Hello YouTube, it's Fatman Cat here again, and as you can see in front of me there's a large box. And what is in the box? Exactly what it says on the box. It's a Mojave Arrma desert truck. It's pretty awesome. Yes, I have had it out of the box already, but I thought I'd redo it and do an unboxing video for all of you. Apparently it's got a waterproof ESC, or waterproof Mega ESC, right there. And it's got a brushed 15-turn motor, a fluid-filled transmission, fluid-filled shocks, and the receiver is in a watertight, waterproof box. So the box says waterproof, but the guy at the hobby shop said water resistant or splash resistant, so you know, no real big puddles. It's supposed to do about 30 plus, and I suppose I should get to unboxing it. Alright. Get rid of that. All the cardboard. Remote. The remote is a Arrma ATX300. It is a 2.5 or 2.4 gigahertz, which is basically you can run it on it binds with your car and your car alone, and it only runs on that frequency, so it won't interfere with anybody else's frequencies. And push the button on the top, and the wheel adjusts for left or right-handed, and to make it as comfortable as possible for your driving. And it's got display buttons. I already went ahead and put the batteries in it. There's your on-off switch on the back, and it sits kind of goofy like this, upright like most of them. And it's got a 3-channel remote. You push the button to do your other channels and for your auxiliaries or whatever else you have on the truck. And it's not a bad remote. I like it. And the truck, as I said before, I already had it out of the box, so it's a little dirty. If I remove the pins, well, first it's green and white and gray. I really don't know all the specs on it. I just recently purchased it, but there's that. I'll take the cover off. This is 1/10 scale, 2-wheel drive. It has a 15-turn Arrma motor, a Mega waterproof ESC. Right here's the ESC. And one thing I'd have to say I don't like about these the Arrma is that the ESC is connected down here with a little double-sided tape sticky pad thing. And that, after about 4 minutes of running it, that fell off. Same with the control switch, the on-off switch over here. I had to take electric or duct tape and make it double-sided. And I have that right now. I'm going to eventually put Velcro on it, but I don't have any at the moment. And your things right here for your frame are adjustable up and down, so your frame can go higher or lower, so it doesn't rub on your wheels, depending on what you have your suspension set for. Which it comes with spacers. I don't know if you can see those in there, but there's 2 spacers in here. We got it like that on both sides, so that my suspension is down lower, so that it's stiffer. Independent independent suspension. And what's nice about the Arrma, other than Traxxas, warranty sticker. What's nice about Arrma other than Traxxas and stuff like Mad Bash is the battery case. It's got this little pin. Pull the pin out the bottom, and then you take this little flap down, and you take your battery. The battery goes in there like this. The cord goes up through the top and plugs it up here, which I thought was kind of nice because that way you don't have to take the battery off every time you want to run it. Or I mean, take the cover off to get the battery out every time you want to run it. And yeah, everything's adjustable. And you got your receivers inside this little box here, supposedly waterproof or watertight. Take the cover off real quick. These screws are tiny, do not lose them. They got the little antenna here, which is nice, and you got the great big long thing sticking up like on all those other IC cars. And inside of here is the receiver. 3 channels, and it's for your steering, your forward and reverse, and then there's one extra channel for, I don't know if you want to put maybe a winch or something on it. But the way it's supposed to be waterproof, it's got this little O-ring thing in here. I can take it out. You can see that. It's just a rubber O-ring that goes around this case and fits in a groove to keep the water out. And I thought that was kind of nice. But the servo, as I've been watching videos on YouTube, the servo I guess is not completely waterproof. It likes to lock either going left or right. Which I saw a video on YouTube. This guy shows you how to waterproof your servos. DJ Medic 2008 I think is his name. And or just type in RC Adventures or RC Sparks, and he shows you how to waterproof your servos with something called plastic that comes in a tube, and you stir it up, and it's basically comes like a liquid electrical tape that you dip stuff in, let it dry, and it turns it water resistant. And I was figured I'd just do that as soon as I get a little bit more money after spending it all on this thing. And this cost about, I think it was $209 for the truck and $16 for a ready-to-go battery pack, and that came with the charger and the battery right here. It's a 1500, I don't know what this is, Onyx 1500 7.2 volt 1500 mAh NIMH battery, Duratrax. That's what it is, Duratrax. And I get about 7 minutes of runtime off of this, which I have 2 batteries on order. One is a 3000 and the other one is a 5000, and I'm just going to get a Y connector and I'll run both the batteries off of that. And if anybody else out there has an Arrma like this or a Fury, and if they have any experience of running 2 batteries off of this, I'd like to know if that would affect it, or if you have anything, if you'd want to do like a video response or PM me or comment or something. Let me know if running 2 batteries off this would affect it, if it has any downfalls or defects. And the charger that comes with it is also Duratrax. It's a 2 to 3 hour 7.2 volt charger, and it charges this battery in roughly 3.5 hours. I think that's basically it for the truck itself, and I'll put it back together and do a short test run. Alright, I'm outside now and got the Arrma Mojave ready to go there, and got my redneck stand over here for my iPod. Let's see if I can get a good angle here. How's that? Try that. I'm only running at about half throttle right now. Try to make the battery last a little longer. Sorry for the shadow, but some good burn or donies. Drift. All terrain's not too bad for a two-wheel drive. It goes through grass fairly well. Does some pretty good burnouts. Let's see what you can really do with that little battery in there. Here, hold on. Alright, full throttle speed test. Oh, sideways. Never mind. Try that again. And here we go. That wasn't quite full throttle, and I'm sure it would go faster if I had a bigger battery. But for what it is, I think it's not too bad. I enjoy it. Over here. What I've done with it now is I've taken some mini zip ties. I put them on the clip so they're easier to get off and on. And it makes a fairly big difference. Makes it a lot easier. And yeah, other than that, that's all I've done to it. It's up fairly well for going through the gravel. And while I'm taping here, I suppose I'll do an update on some other stuff. Turn this off quick. I got my duct tape on there till I get the Velcro. Over here. And over here, I've been doing some updates on the new lifted Murray. I did sell the other one, it's gone. Made a fairly decent amount on it. But updates on this one, it's nothing. I got a motor in it. For now it's an 8-horse Briggs until I upgrade it. I'll do a video on that running soon. This one's electric start other than the pull start on the other one. Much nicer. Get my electric start all hooked up back here. I gotta make a ground wire. But that's in there and runs pretty well. No governor, so it's got some juice. And we'll do it over here. Here's my 4x6. I got some 2x10s I think on here for my bed. And we're just screwed underneath with some drywall screws. I drilled a hole through the metal and threw some drywall screws up through the wood. Still needs a new belt. The one that's under there, it slips when it twists and it loosens up a whole bunch. Because it got eaten up and the whole one side was gone, so it twists when it goes around the pulley. And it loosens up and slips. And everything runs and drives good. Actually, I think I'll start her up here for you. As you can see, it runs pretty good. And I'm actually going to be selling this one. I've got a new plan actually. I'm going to be building and selling custom lawnmowers. That means once the other lifted Murray up there is done, that one will be sold too. And the reason I'm going to be doing this is to support my addiction, RC cars. I'm going to be starting to get a little bit more in depth in RC cars, crawlers, trucks, racers, things of that sort, and it's not exactly a cheap hobby to get into, and this is my way to make the money to do it. Over here you can recognize the racer I had with the great big tires that were on it. I robbed them off, put them on the lifted Murray, motors in the new one, and it's just a shell now. The hood's gonna go on the new one too. But yeah, that's an update on the 4x6 and the other Murray. This one's pretty much complete and going to be off and sold pretty soon. And if you have any questions about it, PM me, comment, and rate and subscribe. Thanks. Feel the fires into the rear. It's nice and only know how to wear. I'm in my living room now, and this is the indoor Arrma test run here. Don't tell Mom. Miss. Try that again. Reset. Sit you down for a second here. Let's see if I can't find a spot to put you here. Alright, let's try this. Don't tell the parents.